IPL Radio, inspiring passionate lives for the community.
Hello, IPL community, and we are here with the wonderful Jacqui Maloney. Welcome, Jacqui.
Good morning. Good afternoon. What time is it? Good morning. How are you?
Yes, we are 11:39. We are good. How are you going?
Really, really well.
We know each other from the business chicks drinking wine or gin, not wine. Group that we have, and we met in Perth, and it was just so fun getting to know you and to chat, and really fascinating to find out that you're actually an actress, and that I've actually was seeing you pop up on adverts on my computer, and I was like, "There's Jacqui," and it was so that you were on the RAC ad.
Yes.
Wasn't that so fun?
Yes, it actually really was. We shot that last year on my birthday, actually.
Yeah.
And I've never had to work with animals before, so working with a kookaburra was quite interesting.
It was so fun. I was like, wow. And you just done it so elegantly, as you do everything. Can you share with us other things that you've been part of as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me at the moment, there is a lot of stuff on TV and online in terms of advertising, so TV commercials. But I also lend my voice to quite a few radio ads and TV ads. And just the other day, I was working on doing some voiceover for a feature film that's just been shot down in Fremantle.
Amazing.
So incredible project, all female production team. So director, writer and producer are working on this. So it's for an actor from Perth. I came back from Sydney about 3 years ago, and I kind of got home and honestly just thought, what have I done? Like, there were so many opportunities for me to work in Sydney, and I just thought, I've made the biggest mistake. And then it did take a little while. Perth can be very cliquey at the best of times, but slowly sort of started, infiltrating different groups and bits and pieces to know that we have a facility coming is really, really great news for the industry here. Netflix is shooting here. Amazon is shooting here for different projects left, right and centre. So it's just a really exciting time to be part of this industry in Perth. Yeah. And I think we've been very lucky, touch wood, with the whole COVID experience, and a lot of things are now coming here because we just don't have the restrictions that the East Coast does. And it's just allowing Perth actors and Perth creatives their opportunity, really.
And letting the world get to find Perth, because Perth stole my heart, and there's so many amazing businesses that are now having their hubs in Perth. Like, I choose to have my publishing houses here. Media Stable, who are they're in Perth, and people say, why are they not in Sydney? Because Perth is an amazing hub now with beautiful visuals. Like, we have the most gorgeous beaches and everything, and the world gets to see that now as well through all this filming and everything. That is so exciting, isn't it, Jacqui?
Oh my goodness, so much. And it's not just the actors, it's everyone else around that as well. So crew are getting their time to shine. Fantastic directors that are coming out of Perth, and cinematographers. It's just, and like you said, in terms of location, it's really, really hard to beat what we have here in WA. I mean, our landscape is just so extensive and expansive, and there's heaps of opportunities to film and a myriad of different stories as well. So, yeah.
And yet it's so trendy as well. Perth is so trendy. I remember whenever we moved here 13 years ago, it was like going back in time. And now it's so much has happened. And look at Elizabeth Quay and all the amazing buildings there, and everything that's happening there. It's just so in trend. But you also have the balance. So you can have your working life and also your really enjoy the family, or whatever you choose to do as well. It's just so good.
It's nice to drive down to the beach and not have to drive for 10 minutes to find a parking spot. Living in Bondi, you just never went anywhere on the weekends for fear of losing your parking spot. That was it. You just stayed there because you're just like, I'm never going to find anything when I come back. But Perth it's beautiful. It's home for me. I do miss, I guess the atmosphere of Sydney, but there's just something about being home and being back around family again that just makes it so special. So, I'm definitely grounding myself here and working on as many things as I possibly can do. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yay, we get to keep her. Yay.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. And like, what a good choice you made to come back to Perth now. You didn't have a crystal ball to say what was going to happen in the world.
No.
And so, yes, amazing and wonderful. So you're kind of ahead of the game. And you are also helping those of us who are not so confident on camera. Please share with us what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love acting, and I've been doing acting for a very long time. But as I started to get a little bit older, I realized, there's not so much fun living from job to job. So it's not even paycheck to paycheck because it's not a weekly thing. So I might do some voiceover one week and then I might not get anything for another couple of weeks. So it was really, I guess I wanted more from life, and I wanted to be able to afford a mortgage and go on holidays and do all those sorts of things. And I really did struggle with what my skill set was and what I could offer other people. And, I said I need to go back to uni and I need to get a teaching degree or a psychology degree or something like that. And it wasn't until I started working with a business coach, and she said, you have everything you need where you are right now. Just figure out what that is and how you can help other people and focus in on that. And I was like, okay, great. Well, I can talk on camera. That's it. She's like, everyone needs to learn how to do that. Yes. And so I don't think if it had been for her just saying it in such simple terms, I would have gone and struggled through another degree that I really didn't want to do in the first place. And yeah, this woman just got me to realize my worth, and the experience that I had was absolutely enough. And
the people will want to work with you. You know, you're doing a disservice if you don't offer the service.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're absolutely right. And I know a lot of people do struggle to show up and sell in inverted commas is such a dirty word, but you're absolutely right. There are people out there who are struggling with a myriad of different things. And if we don't pop up and say how I can help you, then they continue to sort of spiral and still having no time and still, being short on money or still wanting to build their business or their brand and just not having the tools or the coach or the expert around them to sort of guide them and let them know that
it's a confidence and belief really thing, isn't it? Whenever you are gifted the tools, then you can start at a starting point. And it's funny because this morning somebody messaged me out of the blue, somebody who I absolutely adore, and they said to me, oh my goodness, I watched a video you did last night and I'm just brought me back to 4 years ago when you were in your backyard with no makeup on and fuffling through a video, and how far you've come. And I was like, wow, I never even stopped to really acknowledge that. But you need, like that first video that I done in my backyard with no makeup, fluffing through, I think it was for us mums. I think they were amazing, giving me the opportunity. But that video was so important because it got me rolling. But then I had to evolve from that point. So learn how to, what my strengths are and how I can bring them to people, because you do need to be visual in these days, especially absolutely. COVID times when we're not out there traveling around. Video is how we're connecting with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you said was just brilliant. I think so now I coach people how to feel more confident on camera. And I think one of the first things I say to them is that you just have to start and know that the first couple are going to be terrible. And just be okay with that. Yes. Like, this is a new skill. I mean, for me, running a small business, doing the accounts is hard for me and I still don't know what I'm doing. But the more I do it, the better I get. Or I have a fantastic accountant now that I just know that I can go to her with anything and she'll go and do the research for me, or she'll help me out, or she'll show me how to do it. But for me, that's terrifying. So for others, it's showing up on camera. I'm just like, just start. Feel your way through it, and like you said just before, you'll get better at it.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll find what works for you. You'll find what works for your brand as well. Not everyone can get on social media and do a dancing TikTok, because if you're a family lawyer, your clients are going to look at you. It's not on brand, is it? It's not on brand, so don't do it. Like, yes, I understand that there are trends, etc., but you will create your own trends by staying true to who you are. Absolutely.
So I haven't and don't intend to go down the dancing TikToks because it's not my thing. And just remember, these things don't go away just because they've been, they're there for 10 years time to be
Yeah.
resurfaced again.
Oh, look,
Just like my really bad video from 4 years ago.
But I'm so jealous. Like, I know that there is a market for those dancing videos, and there are some girls and boys on Instagram who just do them brilliantly.
So fun.
And they're so entertaining and fun. And, you know, I might not want to buy their services, but I can appreciate the effort that they've gone to create that. So, yeah, all power to them. I think whatever, like I said before, whatever works for you, just do that. Yeah. And don't worry about what anyone else is doing, because I know I've been caught up in that in small business, and in
it can be distracting, can't it?
And it's soul destroying as well.
Yes.
Like, you know, I don't have as many followers as that person does, or I'm not as far in my career as that person is. It's just like, well, great. They're showing you what's possible. Not that you need to be jealous or insecure about it. Those people there are doing the work, and they're showing you what is possible. So then you're just like, great, I need to dream bigger, or I need to do the work and
or get innovative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting innovative is so much fun. I've never done the comparison thing. I've always just
You're lucky.
I've always just, you know, just showing up in joy, just to have fun and see where we can go and help people. It was always to serve as well. So, but in doing so, I ended up finding out who I am, what I love to do, and to hang out in that space more. And I'm really lucky to get to do that every day. So, but whenever you're showing up on camera and you know, on socials, it can be, you can feel like you're running around the streets naked. It's so exposing, like, really.
It really is. But I do think that the biggest takeaway, or the biggest tip that I can give around that, is that the moment you start judging yourself, you've already lost before you've started. And, you know, going back to what you said previously about COVID and the need for us to stay connected, because we can't be in bricks and mortar stores, we can't be on the road traveling from customer to customer if that's how your industry operates. It's just reminding yourself that it's not about you, it's about your customer, your client, who you can show up every day for and serve. And if you go in it with that intention, instead of how I look, how I sound, people are going to think that I'm stupid, people are going to tell me that I'm not doing the right thing. Just, it's hard, but you just need to put that to the side and just be like, who can I help today? And just focus in on that one person and speak directly to them.
And you're making a difference.
And you're making a difference. And it's not curing cancer, but if you're saving a mum time and money, she will rave to all of her friends about you and what you've been able to do for her business and or her family. And that's huge because mums talk.
Yeah, and you're making a difference. Absolutely. And one thing that you touched on there, that and it is about, it's not about you. Don't take it personal. When you learn to manage that was the big turning point for me, was it's not about me. It's about helping stories get told. And that's my mission in the world. So whenever I took me out of the equation and showed up as this person who's passionate about helping stories get told and showing people how to do that, that was a totally different person who got up on stage, who just was opened up their heart and shared. And that's all you need to do, is know what, and only you will know. So you can't compare yourself to anybody else, because there's nothing to compare to. Only you can do it. Yeah. So you're the one that has to show up for it and for what your mission. And usually people are passion fueled. Oh, absolutely. And you let some of that, I call it nerve-sightedness, because you've got the nerves and you're excited and you bring that together. That's like a super fuel for any kind of performance. You know, that helps you show up and deliver. It doesn't hold you back unless you choose to let it, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And the mind is an incredible equalizer when it comes to those sorts of things. And if there's anything I've realized in the last, little while of running a business, but also being an actor as well, it's just like I can choose to agree or disagree with the things and the thoughts that come into my head. And if I think, I'm not doing a good job or whatever, then that's the energy that I'm carrying forward. But just like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't the best job today, but how can I improve instead of it letting me go?
But you still did it.
Yeah.
It's still a tick box.
Yep.
Excuse me. Oh, I got a frog in my throat.
You do.
Hey, there it's gone. Gone now, swallowed. Oh, Jacqui, what are your top tips for anyone who is, hiding behind a curtain?
Oh goodness, where to even start? Well, let's open those drapes, open those curtains first and foremost, because I thoroughly believe that everyone's story has worth. Everyone. And very similar reasons to why I got into acting in the first place, is that I wanted to be a person to tell the stories of those who couldn't themselves. And it's my mission and purpose is the exact same with doing the business that I run, which is, again, giving those people the capacity to tell their own story that normally wouldn't. And we are so blessed to have platforms like Instagram or Facebook or, podcasts, if you have the capacity to create one, coming on radio stations like this, it's free and your barrier to entry is next to nothing. Anyone can turn on a camera and start to talk. What I would say to that, though, is just be very, very clear of your intention.
It is all about intention.
Everything in life is about intention, yes. But I think to be on camera, it's the same reason. Why is your story important? How is it going to resonate for somebody else? And I think I've come across some incredible women recently who've spoken about trauma, because I've shared personally about things that have gone on in my private life, and to see the courage that it takes to do so in the first place. But for me personally, to have the feedback from other women just going, I've been through what you've been through, and thank you so much for speaking about it. And I will never get on stage or on camera in order to inspire. I don't believe that happens. I think if I speak from my truth and just letting others know out there who have been through a similar situation that it is okay to talk about it, and it takes courage, and it's this incredible freeing experience.
But also the connectivity that happens.
Absolutely.
Whenever you give somebody else permission.
Yep.
To share their story or connect or
Absolutely.
Not feel alone.
And
it's
sometimes
amazing.
That's all people want.
It's
powerful.
powerful.
Just that permission slip. We don't need it, but some of us just do. They need a little bit more of encouragement. So if I can get up there, if you can get up there, if some of our other incredible women in our networking group can do the same thing, it just allows other people to do so and have that confidence to do it as well. The other thing would be just get started. Yeah,
that's it. Just get started. Just stop at the excuses, and just show up for yourself and for others.
Because I think of what's on the other side of it. You either do it and it doesn't work, so you change. But if you sit there and just go, I can't, then you never will, and then you'll never know the beauty and the freedom that is on the other side of that.
And the achievement, it's such a happy dance moment when you finally do it.
Yeah,
whether it's you just embrace it, say, yes, I did it, and happy dance with it, and you deserve to, absolutely.
Totally. And it's not for everyone.
No,
not for everyone, but I just want you to try it first and then know that it's your thing or it's not, rather than sitting back and just going, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And without even trying first. So,
because it's funny, these things call. If somebody is called to connect with you today in our community, where can they find you?
Right. So at the moment, Instagram is my platform, and then LinkedIn as well, because I do work with a lot of corporates. Yeah. So you'll find me at Jacqui Maloney Coaching for Instagram, and then Jacqui Maloney on LinkedIn. I'm about to launch my second in-person workshop, actually. So to have confidence on camera. Excuse me, my turn for a frog in the throat.
Turn.
Yeah, and just I've been very grateful that I've had some schools reaching out recently to work with some of their high school students about the power of public speaking. And so, I'm excited. I wish I had something like this when I was back in high school.
It's an amazing foundation to life,
really
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so much more than just getting on stage. It's actually about having confidence to surge forward in life.
Absolutely.
And own it and own your space in it. Jacqui, thank you so much for our conversation. Absolutely adored it. We hope that you enjoyed it too, everyone. And we are going to go into Lucky by Britney Spears.